So, Montell Fish is a rapper, or let me not call him a rapper, someone who I thought was a rapper before I listened to this album and was completely wrong. Sometimes when I'm looking at Beeper trying to get a hold of a list of albums that I'm going to cover, I might pick one or two that I don't entirely know what to expect. I'm just planning on covering it. And this was one of those. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect at all, actually. And then I listen to it and I get hit completely from like the left field, which is a fantastic thing in this case. Sometimes it's been a bad case like with September's Rich, but this case right here, fantastic. Charlotte is a fantastic album that I plan on getting on vinyl because it also just seems one of those albums that would sound really good on vinyl. One of the better surprises, I would say this was probably more of a pleasant surprise of how good it was, like in that kind of context. Probably a better surprise than I'll Always Find You, or I'll Always Come Find You by Blast. Like I said on the review for that album, I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, and this is another, this is another album where I really had no idea how much I would like it. I had no, like, this is the first time I've ever listened to this person, like, or really music like this. It's very movie sounding. It kind of sounds like movie music sometimes, or like it would play in a certain movie scene, or you could picture a scene in your life, and this song, like a song from here, would be playing. A couple of like songs that I really, really liked was specifically Scream My Name and Who Did You Touch. Fantastic songs. Those are probably my favorite ones. One comparison that I found, or that I thought of in my head, that he sounds like more, like just his voice and kind of the music sounds like a pretty, like, experimental version of Brent Faiyaz a little bit, which that comparison is not bad at all. It's actually a really good comparison to make because when I say it, I mean it in the best way possible. This was a very enjoyable listening performance. The production on here is insane. It's insanity. It sounds so transcending, like I'm in a whole other world. Like I said earlier, movie music, I feel like when people say that, usually they think of an insult. I mean it in the best way possible. I mean it as a compliment, and I feel like if I can maybe think of like an example of a movie or like a movie. My thing glitched because my thing's dying, but it would sound like like if I could list an example of a scene, it would sound better instead of, I feel like when I say it like that, it sounds like an insult, but it's supposed to be a compliment that this album legitimately sounds great. It sounds amazing. I love the way his voice sounds. The production on here is insanity. Like I said a second ago, it is fantastic. Such a good listening experience. It's very short. It's only 10 songs, I believe, 10 or 11. I don't remember how many minutes it is, but so good. I wanted it to be like 3 or 4 songs longer because I felt like it could have branched out even more. None of the songs really sound the same. They all sound unique with their own freshness. I could point at them and tell you which one sounded like which, which is something that I feel like nowadays is a compliment that really needs to be, not a lot of albums I can give that compliment to. And even though a lot of the time when I don't say it, it doesn't mean the album was bad. When I do say it, that means the album is probably noticeably good. And Charlotte is for sure like that. It sounds like otherworldly to me, if I could say the right word. And you know what? Something I thought about. I'm kind of afraid that I'm going to say all this, and some people are going to be like, dude, this album isn't even crazy. You just need to listen to more experimental music, which this definitely makes me want to do. If there is more music that people probably think sounds better than this, or just that this isn't even like a drop in the bucket, then I do want to hear more music that gives me the feeling that this album gave me, because the feeling was fantastic. It was an amazing feeling. I'm not gonna lie, when I usually do more positive reviews and reactions, they really don't get that many views, which has led to me kind of not doing some of them. Not album reviews, because that's not going to stop me particularly. And I usually don't care how many views something is going to get if I genuinely feel like doing it. But sometimes I have kind of been like, this isn't like one person might watch this, so what's the point of even going through the whole process of making it? And that hasn't, I say that like it's happened a lot. It really hasn't. It's happened like twice. I've had videos before where I kind of wanted to talk about something, but I thought about what would be the point of really doing it. And then I kind of just I never found the urge to do it, and it kind of just led to it being gone. It's not like I went out of my way to not do it. It just kind of just didn't end up happening. That was not going to be the case for this. I heard it and I immediately felt the need to talk about it. And a lot of the time I use this channel as like an outlet, because not a lot of people that I know listen to the same music as me, or I can talk about music to in the same way. And even if this video gets like one view and one person listens to watches the whole video, I hope you go listen to this. This is an album that needs to be listened to. It's one of my favorite albums of the year, and more people need to listen to it. This album is fantastic. I went through recording this and I just realized I never gave it a rating. It's a solid 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 for show. If you got to the end of this video, I more than appreciate it. And if you want to show some more support, you can go to the merch store and buy merch if you'd like. You can support on the Patreon with the link in the description. Subscribe and like, obviously. And I hope y'all are having a good day. I love y'all so much, especially if you made it to the end of this video. Holy crap, you're so awesome. Please subscribe. Come on now, you know you want to.